Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, February 9th. We are looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and SPY. Excellent day today. Not just P&L wise, but calling the day wise, keeping the entire room out of trouble, seeing the day well. That's the purpose of this room. I mean, for goodness sakes, for whoever listens to me on this thing, I really appreciate it. I really do, for the likes and subscribing to this YouTube channel. It is free, no doubt. But if you are a trader, come check us out for $30 a month. I think it would be well worth your time spent and the little money spent per month. Because today was a day where we basically gave the roadmap the entire day from even before the opening to when we broke the 4130 level in ES and wrote it all the way down, right back down to fill the single prints from the Fed day. That was our ultimate target, and we got there. I told the room this morning, I said when we traded around the 4130 level all day yesterday, last night, I think I said it in the video last night too, you would like to, if you opened around that level, spend a time frame or two around it, and then get your directional move, whether it's above it or below it. So today, when we open way above it, I told the room prior to the opening, I said, that's positive. I said, but I do not want to revisit it today after opening where we're opening. You're going to have higher value. You're going to have higher indices. This is their attempt to get away from it. Now, I also said we had an inside day. Even if we take out yesterday's high, we're still not taking out the balance high. That was still a ways away. But if we take out yesterday's low, we were coming out of a balance. No, I'm sorry. If we take out yesterday's low, the odds of getting the balance low are better because we're closer, and it's an inside day. So what happened this morning? Well, the first thing I did at 9:29 was short the market at 65 to front run the overnight high, and it worked. Now, again, I only took my customary couple of points out of it and stuff, but it turned out to be the high of the day. Basically, I think our high was 68 or whatever it was. So right off the bat, they had an issue when you front run the overnight high. Now SPY, believe it or not, actually took out yesterday's high by a couple of pennies. That was a clear look above and fail. Now you didn't know it at the time, but I can assure you, I mentioned it nonstop to the room in A and B period. I said if we don't get back above the opening, that's a look above and fail in SPY. Now ES is the lead dog. So even though I was going to keep that in my mind with SPY, I would have been a lot more comfortable if ES had done the same thing. And what does that mean? Well, if you look above and fail above a previous day high, your ultimate destination is the bottom of that day's low. Boy, oh boy, did we do that and a lot more. So, number one, we couldn't get the overnight high. And number two, SPY had a possible, at the time, look above and fail. So then what did we get in B period for about the first 20 minutes? Massive chop. Massive chop. I told everybody in the room, I said, don't even look at this. This is meaningless. I said, there's two things that are meaningful. We get back above the opening and finally get yesterday's high, the overnight high, and have an inside day up. Or we can't get back above the opening. We can't get the overnight high, and we start getting acceptance back into the lower distribution from yesterday. And then for sure, you're going to go trade at the 9-wide POC. I said that in the video this morning. And I said 4130 level at that time is not going to be as enticing to want to buy because of where we opened today. Couldn't have painted a better picture. I put it out on Twitter way before we sold off. I said, you better hold 4130. If not, you're going to get these single prints. What happened? We hung around 4130 in D&E. F actually filled single prints, incredibly. Actually, no, I take it back. F never filled single prints. We still held them. They attempted to fill single prints. Oh, no, they did fill them, right? We got the afternoon rally high. I'm sorry. We did fill them. So right off the bat, there were a lot of people, I'm sure, thinking, well, we held 41.30 again. Here we go. Well, F came in. It wasn't doing much. Then G opened. And I told the room, I said, I have this, you get that little sense that something's going to happen. And I said, yeah, we filled the single prints. Yes, we've held 30 again the first 2 times, but I'm still not comfortable. I still think we're going to go test yesterday's low, balance low. And I said, if we get below that, the singles are gone. Well, lo and behold, what happened? The dam broke at 41.30. That's where the single print, the next set of single prints get filled. You can't make that stuff up. I told the room as soon as we broke 41.30 and G started going down, do not, I beg of you, do not look for a long unless we fill these single prints and get back above E's low. Just look for shorts. Now, I'm not going to go over all my trades because all I did was I shorted the market. I took 2 longs today. One in A period against the balance high, the upper distribution low. Got a couple, 3 points out of it. And I took 1 long in C period because I didn't think B singles would hold, and they didn't. Because at that time, there's still a lot of indecision. Okay? But that was it. After that, I didn't even think about looking for a long. Shorted this market the entire day and crushed it. That's what we offer in the room. When you look at this profile, even though I took those 2 small longs and did okay, when you look at this profile, now I know it's after the fact, but what told you to really want to be long in this market? We went from higher value to unchanged to overlap and a lower. We got a triple distribution day that finally held. G and J, so it's a triple distribution. You got some relief rallies in F and I and even in M. But you know what those should have been used for? To short it. Short it. Short it. We had single prints in L. They filled them in M, but we never stopped the one-time framing down. We got below the 144 simple moving average, I think, at 10:30 this morning. Never saw it again. Never really got above it. That's all market-generated information. We talked in the room. Well, the lower it goes, people are looking at price. That's why people say they like to trade price. I tell you, I say price kills. Because you're looking at price going, oh, wow, we just went from 414 all the way down to 409. We can't go any lower. Oh, yes, we can. $3 lower. Look at what the profile is showing us. Way more than what price is price getting into your head. So we kept the room safe. The room did great today because I short of taking their mouse away from them, I told them if you're looking for longs, you're out of your mind. And the room did very, very well today. I said, you'll know if a long is the right play. Obviously it wasn't, especially once we broke 41.30. So an excellent day. Now, in the bigger picture, something changed a little bit on the daily, but I'm going to still call it balance. But when we get to the charts, I want to show how, even though this day was kind of very ugly for the bulls, it's not a total loss yet. The monthly and weekly is still up, and we did get below the singles from Fed Day, but at least for now bounced above them. So we'll see now tomorrow what transpires. As far as destinations, we had our price probe of L's low at 406.58. Single prints in SPY 408.90 to 409.03. Afternoon single prints 410.52 to 91. Then our afternoon rally high 411.39. F's high, and today's high 414.57. For the downside, we have 405.81 daily low, 402.35 daily low, 402.34. We have one little single print in SPY from the 31st of January, 400.77 daily low, 400.28 weekly low. That's going to be the big one. Now, let's go to ES real quick. Upside, price probe, L's low, 86 and a quarter. Single print, 75 to 41.10.75. Single prints 26 to 30, nice round numbers. Keep that 41.30 in your mind because that's still going to be a huge line in the sand for me. Afternoon rally high of 42 and today's high of 66.75. For the downside, 78 and a quarter is today's low, 48.50 daily low, 33 and a quarter daily low, 29.50 weekly low. Now, let's look at these charts. Again, the volume only about 75, 80 million, so not very heavy. Now, what's changed so far? Now, tomorrow we're going to recap everything, but some things have changed a little bit. First and foremost, we had an inside month up. 408.16 in SPY. We got as high as 418 and change. So we got over $10 higher on an inside month up. However, here we are February 9th. We're back inside of it. Does that mean it's all over for the bulls? Bring them to the slaughterhouse? No. They'd like to get back above it, but for now, they're back inside. But the monthly is still up. But it's not an inside month up anymore, at least not now. That failed for now. This is a wrong low on the weekly. Schwab prints things all over the place. The weekly is still one-time framing up. Okay? The weekly is still up. If we take out tomorrow last week's low of 400.28, that would mean another pretty big move to the downside, $7. Then we'd come back into balance. But even with this day today, right now the weekly is very healthy. We're one-time framing up 6 weeks, including this week, which is an inside week out of an inside week from 6 weeks ago or 7 weeks ago. So the monthly and weekly is still up. Yeah, we lost the inside month up, and yeah, it's still an inside week. But again, they're holding on to the larger time frames. Now, the daily. Am I calling this balance still or down? I'm wrestling with that. It's very subjective. We did take out the balance low by under $2. I'm going to give the bulls one more day. If we make a new low tomorrow, I don't care if it's by 10 cents. I'm going down in the daily. But if we stay inside or by some chance we rally and take out today's high, I'm still going to call this balance. I'm going to give the bulls one more day to see if all this was week longs getting out and they're going to defend where we really took off from Fed Day. So we're going to get a lot more confirmation whether we're still in balance or down by tomorrow. Now, if we do make a new low tomorrow, the next stop is going to be the 20-day moving average, which right now in SPY closed at 403.53. So that's above last week's low. So that will become a major factor as the day goes on if that happens tomorrow. Again, thank you for the likes and subscribing. Give yourself 3 months. It's $90. Do you realize how many traders blew up today on this move? How many thousands of dollars they lost? Come spend $90. You get 3 full months of me on this mic every day from 9:15 to 4 p.m. every day, trying to show you what the market's doing and guide you through these times. So come check us out, camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.